This is the Tuttio Soleil01 electric dirt bike, and my first thought was how much punch it has the moment I roll on the throttle. The size sits right in that sweet spot between a kid's toy and a full-size motocross bike, and the power delivery feels real, not gimmicky. I went in curious and a little skeptical about a 48-volt setup claiming 37 miles per hour, but a short blast down a flat stretch made me grin. It's quick, light, and way easier to handle than any gas pit bike I've owned. On looks, it leans into the exposed twin spar vibe with a blacked-out aluminum frame and fat 14-inch front, 12-inch rear tires. The stance is compact and purposeful. The frame welds aren't boutique pretty, but they're solid. The seat is a firm dirt bike bench that lets me slide forward and back easily, which helps on climbs and quick direction changes. The bars feel mountain bike wide, with a comfortable sweep that puts me upright, and the levers are set up like a bicycle or scooter. Front brake on the right, rear on the left. The display shows speed, voltage, and modes clearly in the shade. In direct sun, glare can make me squint. The overall weight, around 105 pounds, makes it feel more like a heavy downhill bike than a motorcycle, which is exactly why it's so approachable. Key features that matter to me are the 2,000-watt motor, the 48-volt 21-amp-hour battery, 3 ride modes, hydraulic brakes, the 14/12 puncture-resistant tires, and that tough aluminum frame with a 265-pound max load. From my experience, the setup out of the box is straightforward. I mounted the bars, installed the front wheel, bolted the shock, and did a full bolt check. I used thread locker on the foot peg mounts and the stem because bikes like this tend to shake fasteners loose. Chain tension came a little tight. I backed it off to get smooth, quiet running. The charger showed a full top-off in just under 7 hours for me. That first ride, I started in mode 2 to feel things out, then flipped to mode 3 and it woke up. The mid-mounted motor and chain drive give it a connected feel, almost like a light enduro. Throttle response is linear and it's easy to modulate at low speed without lurching. On packed dirt and light single track, the suspension takes care of roots and small rocks without drama. I'm around 180 pounds with gear, and I only felt the rear approach bottoming when I landed a little rear heavy off a small curb hop. The fork is inverted and feels decent for trail speeds. If you hammer square edge hits at pace, you'll find the linnets and a bit of springy rebound. Nothing scary, just honest budget suspension behavior. Power-wise, it pulls up hills better than I expected. With the bigger rear sprocket, I can crawl up steep grades with steady throttle and some body English. On pavement, it'll tuck into the mid-30s miles per hour when the battery is fresh. As the charge drops, you can feel voltage sag. The bike doesn't quit, it just softens. At 50% remaining, it's still fun, just not as eager. Range will depend on terrain and how hard you ride. I've seen around 18 to 25 miles when I ride aggressively with a lot of sprints and hills, and over 30 miles when I mix in cruising and keep it in mode 1 or 2. The quiet whir is a big part of the charm. I can hear the tires and the chain, which means I'm more aware of traction and what the ground is doing. Braking is strong and predictable. I use one finger on both levers and it sheds speed fast without drama. I did get the classic new rotor squeal for a while. A proper bed-in and a quick scuff with fine sandpaper helped a lot, and a simple alignment tweak got rid of the last of it. The stock tires hook up well on dirt and grass. On pavement, the knobs squirm a bit, which is normal for an off-road pattern. The bike likes to be ridden with a light touch. Stand up, look ahead, and let it dance. That super low weight and centralized mass make it easy to change lines mid-corner. What I liked most, and where I think it stands out, is the way it feels planted for a budget e-moto. The mid-mounted motor keeps the bike balanced, so the suspension can actually work. It climbs better than hub motor bikes I've tried in this price range. It's quiet, which opens up more places to ride without bothering anyone. The 3 modes are useful, not a gimmick. Mode 1 is perfect for teaching a new rider or threading through tight stuff. Mode 2 is a great daily setting, and Mode 3 is where you get that, okay, this is spicy feeling. Hydraulic brakes with real bite give me confidence when the trail surprises me. The chassis invites tinkering too. I swapped to a slightly taller handlebar for a more natural standing position, and I've been eyeing a programmable controller to smooth the throttle ramp even more. Value is the headline in my opinion. You get real off-road dynamics, not just speed, at a price that doesn't hurt. It's not a full-size race bike, but it never pretends to be. There are quirks. The display can glare under bright sun. Some fasteners feel soft, so a careful torque check and occasional recheck is just part of life. The foot peg brackets can bend if you slam them on rocks. I haven't bent mine, but I've seen it happen and it's something I watch. Connectors are fairly exposed. I added a little dielectric grease and tidied the cable routing to keep mud and water out. Charging time is the real limiter on long riding days. A lunch break won't get you from empty to full. Plan rides around a full charge or ease up on the throttle to stretch range. Support by email was helpful for me, but not instant. If you're impatient, that might annoy you. None of these were deal breakers, just honest trade-offs at this price. In my opinion, the Soleil01 nails its purpose. It gives teens and adults a true dirt bike feel without the weight, noise, and wrenching that come with gas. It's perfect for backyard loops, trail exploring, campsite laps, and learning proper off-road technique. From my experience, the 2000-watt motor paired with the 48-volt, 21-amp-hour battery is enough to make it exciting and capable, and the chassis keeps it controllable. I'd recommend this for riders stepping up from 24-volt or 36-volt e-bikes, parents looking for a next-level machine for a 13-plus rider, and adults who want a fun pit bike that's easy to throw in a truck. Check your local rules before taking it on streets. It's set up for off-road use. In conclusion, the Tuttio Soleil01 feels like a smart middle ground. Real suspension, real brakes, a playful mid-mounted motor, and a lightweight frame that invites you to ride more and worry less. It rewards smooth inputs, it climbs better than it has any right to, and it delivers a ton of fun per dollar. If you're willing to do a careful setup, keep an eye on bolts, and accept the realities of a 48-volt system, it's a blast. I'm keeping mine as a trail toy I can tweak and grow with. I will leave all the information about the Tuttio Soleil01 electric dirt bike in the comments. I hope to see you again in the following videos.